Hi and welcome to a video that is going to help you build up your basic XY router and multi-viewer control for your VUE-TOUCH2. What we're looking at right now is our cut sheet for the VUE-TOUCH2 that goes into a couple of examples of what your view layout could look like. Today we're going to be using Vue software and Vue Design Studio to build up a VUE-TOUCH2 layout. So what this means is I've already connected my Vue software that's running on my laptop. I've connected that to our lab Magnum here in Canada, and I've registered it and set it up already. So before we begin, if you need to find information on how to set up your Vue and connect it to your Magnum, I've put a link in the description to achieve that. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to start up my Vue client. I'm going to full screen it for you guys. We can see here it's completely empty. I'm going to log in to Design Studio by pressing Control E. This brings up Edit Mode or Design Studio. And the first time that you use your Vue, you get this beautiful screen here. So I have no existing context. I'm going to be creating this context from scratch. When you start to build up your first context, you're given some options. You can design a Vue CP251, a VUE-TOUCH2, a VUE-TOUCH10, a VUE-TOUCH13, or you can build up, any of your custom resolution monitors, and this goes all the way up to 4K. Today, we're doing a VUE-TOUCH2 layout. We're going to be doing XY control and multi-viewer. So once I create that context, now we're in edit mode, we're in Design Studio, and here's where I can build up my Vue layout exactly the way that I want it. So first thing that I'd like to do is I'd like to change the theme. We can change the theme to a light theme, we can change the theme to a dark theme, and for the purpose of this video, I'm going to increase the font size to 16 so things are a little bit easier to see. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect my Vue system to Magnum. So I need to pull in router destinations and router sources in order for me to route. So all I'm going to do is point at my Magnum system. This is my Magnum IP address, and then I'm going to hit save and apply. Well, now that I see this little green icon, I know that I'm connected, and I can come in and choose a specific name set. I've configured this name set in the Magnum interface, and that name set gets pushed to Vue. I now need to add my multi-viewer system. It's a very similar process. I just type in the IP address of my Magnum system and I hit save, and once I see this little green icon here, I'm connected. So now that I have my router system and my multi-viewer system, I'm going to be able to actually work with real physical devices and destinations. So I'm going to be able to fit lots of different functions in this Vue workflow, in this Vue layout. And the way that I can do that is by bringing out a stack widget. A stack widget is a way for us to embed functions and overlap them, so I can have multiple pages. So if I come down here and I can add as many pages as I want, each page can have unique functions to it. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to have 2 pages. I'm going to bring them over to the right side, and I'm going to make them text only. So here I will name one XY control, and I will name the other multi-viewer control. These are 2 buttons now that I'm going to be able to flip and go between them. So once I am on my XY control tab, I'm going to be able to bring out the widgets that I need. And what I need is I need a label widget over here. We will call this, I'm going to say this will be where my destinations go. Every widget in Vue has a lot of different settings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a border color. At the very bottom of the label widget, I have a section for border. I'm going to make it solid, maybe increase the width a lot. So this is where I'm going to pull out my destinations. I want to represent my destinations with a router dialer because this is a way to put a lot of different sources and destinations into a small area of the screen. Next, I will bring up another router dialer, and I'm going to make sure that that is sources. Then I want a take button, It'll get nice and big and red whenever I go to make a route. And then I'm going to bring this all together by putting a router panel. And this is what's going to show me what sources and destinations I've loaded into that route. So I'm going to connect all of these widgets together. And Vue is pretty smart. So when I go click on this little dot dot dot, I'm given some options in terms of how to design it, and I'm also given this little link button. And I can link the various widgets together. When you link widgets together, that's a way to build sophisticated workflows. Vue also has a couple options in terms of I can copy and paste a widget. So instead of building up, or going into the widget tray and bringing out a widget, I can actually just copy and paste. And that makes it a lot easier because it saves all those settings. So I can come in here now and say, okay, this is going to be my sources. Now I'm just going to set some settings here on our dialers. This is my destination, so I'm going to make this my destination dialer, and I'm going to force it into the demo name set, and I'm going to filter the destinations that are here by just selecting a demo tag. Now, a tag is something that I've configured in Magnum, and it's a way to categorize sources and destinations. Same thing I'm going to be doing for this widget here. I'm going to edit its settings, edit its properties, come in, select the tag. This will be my demo sources. And I don't need to set the name set because I set it in the Systems tab. So now this should be working. I'm going to be able to select, monitor control 1. I'll be able to select camera 10. And now I've been given the option to hit take. Let's see if this works. It works. Now I'm routing. So this is took me 5 minutes to set up a very intuitive, very easy to use XY router panel. Next, let's do multi-viewer control. So again, I'm going to highlight my multi-viewer stack. I'm going to go into my widget tray, and then I'm going to be able to bring out multi-viewer displays and multi-viewer layouts. So just going to bring over my displays, going to bring over my layouts, and what I'll be able to do now is apply any of the layouts that I've built up in Magnum. I'll be able to apply them to any display that I have in my system. What I want to do though is I want to set this up so that I'm only controlling one display. So I can come in and I can filter my displays just by clicking demo. Now here's all of my demo multi-viewer displays. I want to control PCR1 back 1. So I can come into my advanced list at the bottoms of this settings and then go to manually filter devices. I'm going to select none, and then I'm going to search for PCR1 back 2. And now that I've selected that, this is the only display that I have available. I'm going to do the same thing for my layouts. I'm going to specify to only use the demo tag, items that I've tagged with demo. And I'm going to make this filter bar at the top, I'm going to make this go away because I know that it's my layouts. I will make the style be icon images only, and I'm going to change the size of the widget to be a 1 by 3 looks pretty good. Now that I've done this, I'm able to select my display and then change the layout as I see fit. And all of these layouts have been built up in Magnum, and these are things that I can change on the fly. I can add more, I can add less. If I'm setting up a show, I can make sure that all of my displays are perfectly set up. And if I wanted to come in and add some more graphical elements, stuff like a border, I can make a nice pretty background or box around my displays tab. And I'll just arrange this to be on top. I will edit the settings of my border widget. I'll make my border nice and red. And then I'll add a slight gray tone to the background. So now I know that this is my active display and that it's a separate entity from my layouts over here. So there you have it. A very easy to build XY control, multi-viewer control workflow, all done in less than 10 minutes. Thank you for watching. My name is Spencer. Feel free to subscribe and like this video. Goodbye.